Hey guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, I'm not particularly comfortable with our conversation we're going to be having today, but I think I want to tell you first about what happened last night. I am going to be honest with you, and then I'm going to try and maybe, hopefully, put it all together and we'll make some sense out of it. But we definitely need to look at the divine masculine and divine feminine's energies at the moment. So, last night, 2 o'clock this morning, I I really wanted to go to sleep, and then I started to first of all have a vision, and I'm going to be honest with you, it was a masculine who was putting his hand into someone's knickers, panties. Okay, I didn't feel that it was a touch for the divine feminine, so I felt it maybe was another feminine's body. Um, I do remember just saying out loud, I suggest you go home now. And this masculine stopped and I think left. I was picking up on severe depression, and also I was picking up on a sister-in-law. So this masculine may be not being with his partner, but finding more comfort from her sister. I'm just telling you what I've kind of picked up on. So is this what we're talking about? But there's definitely this energy. I've been speaking to other divine feminines today. We've been trying to work on the energy. Been seeing if I can pick up on a pattern anywhere. Most definitely. And there is definitely this change in the perception of the divine feminine and where the divine masculine's at and what he is kind of up to. Now, we know that my readings, I'm really quite hot, although it's been raining, but let me get some tissue. I can feel a sweat on coming on. Hold on, I just need to get some kitchen towel. I've run out here, so let me just grab a sheet of kitchen towel. Okay. It's very hot and humid, and last night it was quite hard to sleep anyway. So, what else happened? Because I think there's more to. It wasn't even a dream. I wasn't even asleep. I did hear a feminine talk to me, and she was saying that the masculine's been like this for 5 months, and that he was really desiring to be with the divine feminine. I'm not sure whether she had picked up on this or knew about it, but she had suggested that he went to her. Okay. Now, another thing that's coming up is friendships. Okay, so divine masculine and divine feminine's counterparts are coming together. Okay, as in like divine counterparts. A love like no other, a connection like no other. You may go and seek it, which may be the case. It may have just been a thought. Okay, it doesn't mean it's happened in the physical. It could just be a thought, maybe a desire of trying to find, I want to say, this connection elsewhere. Okay, so rather than facing the true divine feminine, you've come across someone who shows the aspects of a divine feminine, very comforting, loving, and you want to kind of hook onto that. But there's a strong chance that you'll be rejected. Okay, because the reason I'm saying that is I'm having to reject a lot of people at the moment myself who are trying to cling on to my energy, trying to claim me as their divine feminine, and that's really not the way that it kind of goes. It could be that you're running away actually from your true divine feminine, just trying to pick up on that essence, because we spoke, it's there at the moment. Now, the Temptation card came up last week, so did, or this week was it? The Dark Night of the Soul. I spoke about, drugs, alcohol, sex. So I'm not sure what that was, but there was this voice and I actually said, who are you speaking to me? Because I wasn't sure if it was actually a past kind of a karmic, as in a wife that a masculine's gone back to. But I felt like it was the divine masculine had tried to come on to another divine feminine, thinking, actually this is the way that I should be going, and I was right. I want to say the person that they've been trying to run away from. But I don't know, something stopped. So divine masculines, I think we need to talk about leeching onto divine feminines who are not your divine feminine. They may be a soul sister, okay, a divine kind of partnership that you can have with, like there could be reason, okay, you can really help maybe change the world, but that's what I was touching on. Divine masculines will be actually meeting more divine feminines because they will become your friend. They'll become somebody that you go and talk to, so that you don't only just have your original divine feminine, okay, who you can express yourself to, because you have to be really vulnerable to be able to speak to your divine feminine. So to be able to find a feminine essence that understands, shows that love, it's, you can definitely be drawn into that, okay? But their purpose is probably to make you aware that you need to go and chase your true love. And they are not it. Tough lesson. Rejection, abandonment, getting it wrong, pride, ego, making things worse. Okay, let's just pull some cards. I'm definitely not here to judge. A leap of faith, the Fool. The Fool took a leap of faith. And then we have the Emperor looking. And then we have the Conflict card. So maybe the Divine Masculine did take a leap of faith, okay? Was kind of drawn into this energy. And now there's this conflict here. It feels very adolescent, boyish behaviour, running away from the truth, wanting recognition, reward. Maybe it was something to do with the touch, because it felt like a Divine Masculine was trying to kind of exchange that onto another, but it wasn't right. So it was. I really do feel it's about trying to find this connection. You will to a certain degree, but it won't be the full works. There'll be something missing from it. Emotional loss now. So seeking for this recognition has now caused, I don't know, matters. He's not looking at the Two of Cups. He's not looking at the Divine Feminine now. And it looks like he's holding his head down in shame. Why we've got the Queen of Pentacles here. I feel that's the Divine Feminine's a lot more mature than the Divine Masculine. Oh, we've got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So he feels like he's made a wrong choice. He was focusing on the wrong thing. Two of Swords. Yeah, I wanted to say that because I felt this anxiousness as if the Divine Masculine knows that his Divine Feminine is going to know exactly what's been going on and that she's going to pick up on this energy. He does understand how connected he is to her. So the Divine Feminine, as I want to say, has maybe felt this energy. Okay. What's the bottom of the deck? Resurrection. Okay. Let's have a look at these. The Fool takes a leap of faith. The Emperor is on his throne, looking quite stern, stressed out. I'm picking up definitely this energy of depression. Okay, just wanting to feel love, maybe making a bit of a bad judgment. And then actually you might feel humiliated, embarrassed, made things a lot worse. Maybe I've actually kind of, you've put a kind of, you've thrown a spanner in the works. Okay, you've put a stop to your progress, so you think. Okay, so you think, because there's always a way to get over everything, okay? But it's causing now so much conflict. The anxiety, I've tried to come on, I came on, I remember it was 1:44, and now it's 15:35. So it was 1344. And this is maybe the 5th time I had to go away and actually consider what is it that, you know, is, I had to go away and try and put some of it together, and whether or not I was actually going to talk about what had happened in my, excuse me, in my vision. So, and whether or not I actually felt confident enough to, but I feel quite calm now. Where before the other ones, the anxiety was so much in me. It was as if the masculines were like really worried about what I was going to say. It was kind of like, does she know? Well, of course. I've spoken to feminines who couldn't sleep last night. I can tell you their side of the story in a moment, but first we need to have a look at this. So this leap of faith the Emperor's taken, maybe because he is stressed and depressed. Conflict, maybe there's been some fighting, and I feel that he's gone looking for recognition elsewhere. His back's turned on the Two of Cups, and now he's looking at the Three Cups again on the floor, just spilled over. So did he get his recognition and reward? Because it looks like it was just more of an emotional loss. You have the Divine Feminine standing behind him. I'll show you these. Let me show you those two cups there. You've got the Divine Feminine standing behind him, independent, single, looking after her own needs, which means she's not actually going out looking for, I want to say, the Divine Masculine's love elsewhere. She's learned how to be alone and secure and stable. The Queen of Pentacles, it's marriage material, it's the wife, but there seems to have been some, this way. And there we have the Divine Feminine, who will be using her senses, tapping in, non-interference. But look at the protection that's gone up, the guardedness. And it's all to do with, I want to say, the Emperor's resurrection. Let's get some clarification on this. What card shall we use? Only one I was going to use a Druidcraft Tarot, but I'm opting out of that. Let's see what else wants to come up. Okay, what are we going to use? We're going to use the Everyday Tarot. The Hangman there. Okay, so I feel that maybe there was an enlightenment that came through this. A lot of Divine Masculines have met a Divine Feminine. I'm talking about masculines that aren't actually in physical union with their Divine Feminines, although the masculines that are, the same goes for them as well. But most Divine Masculines have a feminine that they feel that they can talk to, okay, and that they're best friends with, but the Divine Feminine isn't aware of this. And what I found is that the Divine Feminine that's actually hanging about with the Divine Masculine, they aren't kind of divine counterparts, but she's the one that actually makes him kind of see the love. So the Divine Feminine really needs to not be jealous of another Divine Feminine, especially when she herself works with lots of masculines and knows that it's not the case, it's not anything to feel threatened by. Just because they're a male and female doesn't mean that they're getting it on. Okay, but the masculine may be tempted to do that, maybe push the limits with his friend. That could be a bit uncomfortable. So I would say if you're kind of tempted to do that, well, hopefully you won't let it get to that, because it could actually ruin the friendship. Okay. And the same with the Divine Feminines. You'll normally find that they have actually, it's not another feminine that advises them, it's another masculine. And the Divine Masculine needs to be aware that the Divine Feminine is going to have masculines in her life and they're not sexual. But then that's going to be a fear of the masculines, isn't it? If he kind of pursues another Divine Feminine, he may believe that his Divine Feminine will be doing the same. So I think it really depends on your situation, and how much you really know each other. Okay, so let's have a look at this Fool card. Justice and the Knight of Wands. You may have found justice by following your passion, maybe, and taking a leap of faith. That's a low aircraft outside. I felt that something was stopped. It's very bizarre for me to say out loud. I was trying to go to sleep. it was very bizarre for this kind of conversation to jump in my mind, for there to be a sister-in-law and then her to actually speak to me. So I'm not too sure, but it looks like there's been a leap of faith. Someone's coming with a passionate, okay, even a passionate innuendo, okay? So the Knight of Wands, he can be the one-night stand. He'll be in and out. Maybe out of the blue this happened, but justice has been served, maybe for the Fool. And that's the Divine Masculine here. Sorry to say that. Divine Masculine's energy, you may be a female behaving like this, or being tempted. It's most definitely because of being stressed. And that's kind of being depressed with emotional loss. When you're seeking comfort, so you'll seek it from a feminine who shows attributes of what your Divine Feminine showed you. And it's easier, I suppose, to go to somebody else than face your Divine Feminine. So, but justice has been served here. The Emperor. I want to say, I think it could be maybe just a thought. So you don't want to get your knickers in a twist. But because he's looking at the side of his eyes as if maybe that's what he's considering, taking this leap of faith, feels really stressed, maybe actually just wants to release it sexually. Masculines find a lot of release through sex, okay? They don't tend to always have the same attachment to it as us feminines do, though. It is sometimes just sex. We've got the moving on card here. And I feel that this is the masculine here wanting to move on from troubling times. Now, I spoke about maybe a partner, okay, and maybe his partner has moved on and he's looking at how he can find that comfort. But he's looking for somebody that can understand him. He's the Emperor. You're really going to need somebody who kind of gets you, who knows you. There's been fighting, squabbling. It's because of all the lads here. So I feel here there could, just because of the difference in the kind of, you know, their attire, maybe just a bit of a change in personality, maybe a bit unpredictable. The stress has caused maybe the masculine to be a bit unpredictable here. But it's definitely internal fighting, maybe revisiting old boyish behaviours. But there's just this immature energy around the Divine Masculine, whether that's actually kind of in the physical. Let's just get a card. The Devil. Yeah, exactly. There's this devilish energy here. He's not attached to anybody. Okay, so the cords have been severed. So there could be this rebellion is I'm going to choose, you know, even though Divine may be pulling the Divine Masculine to a certain person, it's kind of that rebelling against that, the Devil here, the conflict of trying to maybe actually separate, because there's the Lovers on the Devil card, the cords cut. So this could be the Divine Masculine trying to cut the cord with his true Divine Feminine. And it's very interesting because the Divine Feminine's energy is very much the same. I don't think they actually really want to deal with the past heartache, and maybe they're happy to actually move on to somebody new now. So it could be some kind of mirroring going on here. But I know definitely Divine Feminine is not putting up with this anymore. So, okay. Let's have a look at this reward, recognition, wanting to feel worthy. Let's get a drink. It's definitely about a resurrection. Okay, let's have a look at this reward, wanting to feel... It led straight into feeling more emotional loss. And I want to say for the Divine Feminine, it's like he's walking straight into a disaster zone. And I want to say it's as if the Divine Masculine was hoping that this might numb the pain and take his mind off of things, but it seems to have made things worse. I don't actually think it got that far if anything did happen in the physical. I'm not sure. Being a Divine Masculine, you'll know if it doesn't feel right. And it could send you more depressed because you're at the moment trying to balance out your energies anyway. So let's have a look. Four of Pentacles. Look how homely this card looks. This is a nurturing person here. I want to say who's going to take care of you. She's actually in the go-between, look. Okay. I'm going to get another card. This one wants to come out. Page of Swords. Freedom comes to mind. Okay, so surveying your options. The cord's been cut. It's just around his waist there. He's not attached to anyone. If you look at, actually, it's like the infinity symbol. He's ready to fly. Does look like he's got his wits about him a bit. So not sure. Maybe he looks a little bit jumpy. Okay. Let's look at this emotional loss. The Magician. As above, so below, as within, so without. It just didn't feel right. So it's like it was kind of a test. Okay. Let's go on to the... that's interesting how I've laid that down there. Let me just see if I can show you just here. So you've got the gentleman here, okay, who's kind of unhappy, looking at these Three of Cups. The Magician's arrow is right on his back here, and it's like he's pointing, look, to the feet of the Divine Feminine here. Just his hands here, and he's like pointing. Okay. We should come back. So I felt that this was the trigger, the realisation. Let's get a card for the Nine of Pentacles. King of Cups. So this king will offer love, compassion. So I feel that this is where the Divine Masculine should be offering his love to his Divine Feminine, somebody who is single, stable, secure, happy on her own. We have the Wife card now, and then we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and we have the energy of the Divine Feminine here, who is protecting her space. So she's also quite guarded here. I just saw the Wheel of Fortune. That's coming back transformed. The Divine Feminine, get my words out, the Divine Feminine looks quite vulnerable here. I don't know, she's kind of welcoming the horse there, look. So I'm feeling the Divine Masculine to come so far on his journey of transformation, and this, we would hope it would be the last test. The Eight of Pentacles, there's been a spanner thrown into the work, so let's have a look. We've got 3. Now the Divine Masculine is juggling these 2 pentacles with that infinity symbol. So now it's like he's having to deal with it, because it was around his waist. I said it looked like the infinity symbol around his waist. It's looking like now he's having to maybe tie up loose ends. tie up loose ends and needs to make amends. Right in the poetry mode today. So now we have the willpower, the strength, the courage to come forth and triumph. The divine masculine, divine feminine energy here are facing away from each other. They're not looking in the same direction. And the charioteer doesn't actually know where to go now. I'll tell you what song's coming to mind. Rihanna, Take a Bow. That's a deep song. So I'm feeling that maybe this was a classic move, you know. So it's go on and take a bow. It's the feminine here, bounded. There was no interference from the feminine. The Eight of Swords. It's when you do kind of follow just divine guidance. And then let's have a look at this again, the Two of Swords. Another card that they're blindfolded. So actually she's choosing to protect her energy here. It's when you're at a crossroads with the Two of Swords, not knowing which path to take, so you go within. You go within for divine guidance. So it's like the divine feminine wasn't aware of this actually in the physical. It's just anything that she's been picking up. Hi Lily, you are going to jump up, aren't you? Not today, darling. Good girl. Good girl. See if I can put my drink there, she might. Let's have a look at this Two of Swords. This is the divine feminine just trusting her instincts now. Just going to try and stop Lily from jumping up. No. This way, darling. No, not today. Lily, no. No, not today. I'm not calling you up. So you just have to get the message. Yes, it was a no. It's like sometimes you just have to put your foot down. Don't be such a walkover. Temperance. Divine feminine's gone within, okay, to find balance. Balance out her masculine and feminine energy. She knows the only way that she's going to get to that crown, okay, is to be balanced within her energies. Maybe that's why I picked up on the double crown. So, who knows? If that was in this reading, because I've done a few, but at one point there was a kind of, look, I had a double crown. We got the divine masculine here. Unhappy, bored. He is looking. He's still stubborn, look, but he is actually looking at this cup here. Which path to take? And then I have them like this. What's the bottom of the deck? The Ten of Pentacles, and it was in reverse. The Legacy. Okay guys, where do we go from here? It looks like I'll probably be doing a Divine Feminine reading separately. Let's pull some Oracle. I think we need some maybe Archangel Oracle guidance. And maybe an Oracle of Shadows and Light. It's 1555. 15 is the Devil. Okay, let's see what's going on. Teaching and learning. Keep an open mind and learn new ideas, and then teach these ideas to others. Now, what happens if that is a feminine coming towards a masculine with ideas and teaching this masculine ideas, and a masculine maybe gets the wrong end of the stick, okay, and actually takes it as a come on? It's very popular with the divine feminines, but we somehow have to find a way to be able to be in close contact with masculines without them actually being this idea, this illusion that it needs to be sexual. Otherwise, we're just going to have feminines working with feminines and masculines working with masculines, and that's just the template we're trying to kind of change. Teaching and learning. And the more that people see it, then the more people will feel comfortable and won't feel so threatened. But it seems that maybe when we take our marriage vows, we're kind of maybe signing over the fact I will not have any contact with the opposite sex from now on. What an agreement. Woo. I've lost a lot of friends because most of them are masculines, because I'm very tomboyish, and I really can't have anything to do with them because they're in a relationship. I don't really see how that makes a difference. I have no intentions of sleeping with these people, but apparently their partner might not think so. So that's why I want to change the template. I love masculines. They're my best friends. They're great to hang out with. They seem to be non-judgmental. They're not as bitchy as women. They're quite funny. I like the masculine energy, but it's quite hard to be friends with masculines without people thinking, or even a feminine thinking that that masculine actually, you know, wants more. So just find a way to deal with it. And it's only going to be by these relationships being more open and obvious, and when you understand the healing benefits of a feminine, then people will start questioning, you know, what you allow your, you know, your partner to be best friends with a woman and you don't worry, and you're like, of course I don't worry. Okay, so keep an open mind and learn new ideas, then teach these ideas to others. You are a spiritual teacher and an avid learner. Learning and teaching are linked in a perfect cycle in which information comes to you when you need it. Teach others about the topics that awaken your passions. The more you teach, the more your lessons are reinforced within yourself. Be open to sharing new ideas and learning about topics that aren't in your immediate sphere of interest. Your students will teach you in many ways too. Trust in your teaching and learning abilities, as your mind is one with the divine mind of God. You are an intelligent and wise being. Know that it's safe in this lifetime for you to be outspoken in your teachings. Many times I say to these masculines, why don't you bring like your girlfriend or your partner along? Oh no. And it's like, what am I involved in here? I'm not even like a participant. Like, I'm not actively like trying to participate in this and cause anyone this insecurity. But it's very hush-hush when a feminine's working with a masculine. Many people keep counselling sessions secret from their partners if they're in a relationship. Okay. So working with Archangel Zadkiel. Zadkiel is the ultimate spiritual professor. He's patient, kind, and has access to all knowledge. He's widely known for his ability to help human memory function. If you need to remember or memorise any information, ask Zadkiel to assist. Anything that you need to know, Zadkiel is glad to teach you. Just ask him questions in order to elicit his help. Sometimes Zadkiel uses Socratic methods of teaching, which means that he'll lead you so you can learn for yourself. Being observant of patterns in everything you see, hear and think is the best way to benefit from Zadkiel's teachings. Okay. Whew. We've had a lot of rain. It's cooled things down a little bit, but it's still a bit sticky. I'm talking about the weather. Counsellor, come on. You're a natural counsellor and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. And that's what you'll find is divine masculines, divine feminines, okay? I'm not talking about divine counterparts, okay? That divine sacred connection between a divine masculine, divine feminine. I'm talking about other divine masculines mixing with other divine masculines and other divine feminines, vice versa. So counsellors, I have got so many divine masculines, okay, that are actually on other kind of jobs, okay, not in the role of being a counsellor or openly going out there and blabbing about spirituality, but they're being pulled into it now. They're being so called to be a light worker. And so you may just meet that person that snaps you out, and it may be someone of the opposite sex, okay? And but what they do is they show you your ability. You'll find that you're helping each other. And how beautiful is that? That you can have a friendship where actually you find someone that you've kind of been longing for. And that's why we kind of really fall for our divine counterpart, because we feel like we're at home, okay? And we want that feeling with lots of people, but that isn't really commonly accepted, okay? Because there always has to be kind of an alternative motive into it, or counsellor. Your life purpose involves counselling people, not just males, not just females, okay? Counselling people in ways that uplift, motivate, comfort, heal and inspire. You're a true spiritual counsellor and people find you to be a trustworthy confidant. Expand your counselling work to the next level because you're about to help greater numbers of people. Call upon me for guidance and support. So what are you going to do? Kind of like, it's quite hard because you can't just refuse to help these people just because they're the opposite sex. So you have to be really careful about how you approach this. And as you can see, just having a look to see whether that was a male and a female there. Okay. Expand your counselling work to the next level because you're about to help greater numbers of people. Call upon me for guidance and support. And a meow. Okay. Okay, I'll actually add a note there because I don't tend to check my comments, guys. Okay, I'm not someone that really tracks the statistics of my channel or worry too much about interacting with you. But if you do want to interact, please use my email address. And my email address is thejourneyofascension@gmail.com. And you're more likely to get a response from me from there rather than through any other kind of means. If I start interacting with people and then maybe one day, you know, I can't, I'm just not going down that route. So if you could just email me, I'll put the email address in the description box. And that address is that. Okay. Working with Archangel Azrael. Azrael's name means whom God helps, and he helps those who are helpers. He's particularly interested in helping counsellors who work with the grieving or dying. Ask Azrael to guide your words and actions during counselling sessions, and he'll help you remain patient and compassionate. He can also help you enter the counselling profession and guide you towards schooling, internships, and a wonderful counselling practice. I saw some great premises the other day actually, and I looked for the first time. It was like that could be a really good location to kind of be able to have like an actual practice. Anyway, so let's try and understand from both counterparts' points of view then. So the divine feminine is out there being counselling, especially divine masculines, because they're drawn towards her. And then there is this kind of, you don't want the divine feminine to be afraid to counsel a divine masculine or any masculine to try and help them, you know, unlock their divineness. Masculines are going to be drawn to the divine feminine, but masculines need to learn some respect as well. Okay, let's get one more. Take back your power. Archangel Raziel, use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. Take back your power, don't give it away to others. You're in charge of that and you don't need to go and seek in, really. for someone to, I want to say, to make you powerful, to make you feel this self-worth, to go, you have that within. That's an inner knowing. Okay, so take back your power. So you may feel here as if you've lost it. It's just time to take it back. You are a luminary, a sage, a wise one, a high priestess, high priest, a wizard, and a supreme manifester. Now is the time to summon up your spiritual strength and power and put your authority into action. Lovingly and firmly transform your intentions into reality. Say prayers about your intentions and ask for guidance and signs to shape your manifestations to the highest possible level. Working with Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael's name means secrets of God, and this archangel will help you understand esoteric spiritual ideas and apply them in practical ways. Call upon Raphael to assist your alchemical work and turn ideas into gold. Okay. Let's get some of these, I think, angels of light. I can see you sticking out. Flexibility. Life is full of changes and surprises. Your guidance is to move with the current, for it is resisting the flow which creates problems. Ask your angel to help you open your mind and heart to new ideas and fresh options. When you accept the possibility that there are other ways, previously unseen doorways will be open to you and you will move easily through change. There is a solution to every problem, so look at all the things with eyes of love and expectation. Then life force will flow freely through you. You will feel healthy and alive and can access the necessary resources and wisdom within yourself to help you through this change. I am free and flexible. Let me just get one more from here. Oh, we've got two. Honesty. Angel wisdom reminds you that your every thought, word, emotion and action is reflected in your aura. When you are honest, your aura is crystal clear. Everyone knows where they are with you and feels totally safe. Now, the feminines at the moment are not feeling very safe around the masculine's energy. Okay? The angels suggest that you look within and purify any murky thoughts and feelings. When you are totally honest with yourself, you behave with integrity and dare to be open, for there is nothing to hide. People respect and trust you. As you radiate a resonance of honesty, people respond to you with openness and honesty in their turn. Affirmation, I am honest in thought, word and deed. And I think it's great for masculines to be able to express, okay? Their emotions and expressions of love. It's just, are you actually expressing them to the right person? But hey, it's good practice, but don't become persistent upon a person when they haven't kind of reciprocated it. Okay, so we've got imagination now. Thoughts are the building bricks for life. For everything begins with a thought. Add creativity to thoughts and you have imagination. Now, I've said about the Emperor here could just be thinking about this, and, you know, it could just be a creative kind of image, okay, that maybe is being transmitted. Energy knows no different between what's going on in the physical and what's going on in your mind. That's manifestation. So it depends what your thoughts are on. If your thoughts are on, you know, finding, I want to say, sexual pleasure elsewhere, or maybe being attracted to a divine feminine, and you're visualizing maybe about another, it could be being picked up on. So thoughts are the building bricks of life, for everything begins with a thought. Add creativity to thoughts and you have imagination. Every castle starts as a castle in the air. This image is then grounded by architects and builders. The angels are inviting you to use the power of your creative imagination to expand your horizons and picture the life you want. When you hold a vision, the angels see the clarity of your intention and open doors to help you. So it may be something that you've been thinking about and you may have manifested. Okay, and then you may have thought that actually it was divine guidance, you were meant to go this way. Because, you know, it's actually, when you start this questioning yourself, being at a crossroads, what's crosswords got to do with it? Okay, being at a crossroads, boredom, that just come out with boredom, a crossword, okay. You may manifest. If you've been thinking about it, don't be surprised if you manifest that. That's why you have to be careful what you put your thoughts upon. But you may realise that it was like a negative manifestation. Maybe just one of those awakenings that you have where you think of somebody maybe and then they come into your life and they just appear. It's like the universe. The universe has been doing it to me, sending things that they know I kind of like and just like little tests to see whether or not I'm going to be drawn to it. Because maybe I'm missing an aspect of that. So it's like, well, we'll just throw her something that she's missing and see how quickly she takes the bait without, you know, whether or not you're going to kind of get yourself into a tricky situation again, because it might be, I don't know, you're sent somebody who's in a relationship and how you're going to deal with it. So the angels are inviting you to use the power of your creative imagination to expand your horizons and picture the life you want. When you hold a vision, the angels see the clarity of your intention and open doors to help you. The angel wisdom guides you to decide your desired outcomes. Be certain that you have the purest intentions. Yeah, there's no point being with someone and visualising about someone else. That's not really the purest intentions, is it? That's quite sneaky behaviour. Then imagine your dreams and start the process of creation. Affirmation, I picture positive outcomes for the highest good. Okay. Let's get this Oracle of Shadows and Light. So I'm not really too sure what's gone down with the masculine energy. I'm not even sure what's going to come up with the feminine's energy. Reading Journey of Love. Okay, we'll do a Journey of Love. Okay, before I pull one of these, I want to actually talk about this, maybe this desire of sexual energy and seeking for it elsewhere. And I think you might actually probably get more satisfaction with locking yourself away in your room alone and kind of reenacting what it is that you're seeking with yourself, so that you learn kind of to find that union within. Understanding that you don't need another to make you feel what you think you're lacking within. You quite easily, and nobody's watching you. There's a lot of guilt maybe around that, about locking yourself away for a couple of hours and doing what you're visualising doing, but doing it with yourself. Giving yourself that love. You can use your masculine energy within or your feminine energy within. It knows what you want. Okay? Rather than seeking and it's just not right. The flow isn't there. How could there be? It's quite a unique experience. So let's see what card wants to come out of the Journey of Love. But I just wanted to throw that in there. When you can relax and do that, you're quite happy to be alone. Got the Divine Feminine's energy here. That is really like self-satisfaction. Rather than seeking it, because feeling the loss, seek it within. And there's a lesson. It's when you realise that too many people get hurt, and normally it's yourself. You just end up feeling ashamed. 2. Should we take 2? We'll take 2. Acceptance. 55. Oh, I've said that, haven't I? 1555. Okay, let's have a look at this 55. You have offered yourself, asked to be of service to the greater good, created something that you want to contribute towards a healing of our world, and your offer has been gratefully accepted by the divine. Know this and be at peace. This oracle brings you a message. You are completely received. This oracle brings you a message. That's the wrong one. You are completely received, accepted by the divine just as you are. There is nothing to change, just you to be. You have made an offering of a prayer, a sacrifice of an attachment, and a giving of a desire to be of service, to make a contribution to the world, and your offer is joyfully being transformed into the seeds of how this can best be. Your next step is about to begin. So what I picked up from there is you have made an offering, okay, of a prayer, a sacrifice of an attachment. Divine feminines are quite detached from their divine masculines now, and it is something that the divine masculine needed to learn to do, because they've been fighting their true divine feminine energy for a long time, okay, refusing to see the connection. And if they've gone on to maybe pursue elsewhere, that means then there is a kind of detachment there, okay. They've kind of walked away, seriously walked away. Let's have a look at which is, like I said, the divine feminines at the moment are very, you know, I believe would be very happy for a divine masculine of the essence that she's kind of manifesting. Her ideal of a divine masculine will be sent to her. But when there's, you know, 20, 30 maybe of them, it can't be all of them. So you have to really trust that the divine feminine is very aware of what she's looking for within a divine masculine. Okay, and it may be you're just getting your kind of your wires crossed a bit. There might be just a misunderstanding. Let's read the poem. Shall we find some sunshine amongst the cloudy days, a gentle touch that softly warms and leads us on our way, past stately oaks and candles glow and places we've never been, a friend to share the memories before it's home again. So for me, it's really shouting out about the divine masculine, divine feminine's energy, you know, kind of coming together to actually help. And I'm not talking about the counterpart, I'm talking about other divine feminines and other divine masculines of actually helping the counterpart to awaken to it before it's home again. So it may just be the gentle touch that a masculine needs from another divine feminine that actually makes him crave his own divine feminine, because it's not quite the same. Hope this makes sense. Let's read the other card. It talks about friendships, doesn't it? Let's read it again. Shall we find some sunshine amongst the cloudy days? So I spoke about the divine masculine being stressed, depressed, looking for some sunshine. Okay, maybe a friend. A gentle touch that softly warms and leads us on our way. So it's just a touch maybe, and it kind of, maybe you were sent on your way. Past stately oaks and candles glow, which make me feel you just matured from it, and places we've never been. So maybe something that, you know, has never kind of happened before. But it's a friend to share the memories before it's home again. So hopefully it's just something that you just will understand was part of the process, and you'll have a laugh about it. You'll be able to find the humour within it when you find out where it kind of led you to. So let's have a look at the shifting universe, card number 7. You are blessed with an opportunity to change gears, to change your life, to jump on the fast train. You are invited to fling yourself off the repetitive treadmill way of life and into a dance through nature, to be utterly confused and delighted, to accept the way of divine trust, even with its chaos, the instability that precedes all genuine creativity. So here it is, your get out of jail free card. Don't mention the word fling, okay? And that's what things can be, you know, just a little fling, a one night stand. So it's just where it said, prepared. Okay, I'm just going to have to. You were invited to fling yourself. I said it felt like the divine maybe orchestrated this for a realization, or to make you actually realise, because the divine masculines are very much going to have to get to grips that he's not going to be the only masculine in the feminine's life. He will only be the divine feminine's divine masculine, but there will be other divine masculines around, as there will be other divine feminines around as well. And this is about trust, okay? And you kind of have to do certain things, don't you, to be sure that actually you can be trusted and that you trust your partner. So it is a get out of jail free card, okay? Your opportunity to make a mess and find what you didn't know you were looking for. You are being nudged. If you wish, let yourself go down that strange path. See, it says if you wish. Let yourself go down that strange path opening up before you without knowing what it is, even as you take your next step. Your universe is shifting and stranger, more beautiful worlds beckon. Why not go where you haven't been before? You'll find yourself there and realise you are more than what you once thought you were. This oracle has a message for you. If you are thinking of changing location, jobs, houses or attitudes, trying something new, especially if it's unusual for you, then the universe is supporting you. Now is the time to accept what you didn't expect. Okay. The dream. It may have just been a dream. I had a dream. I did. I had a dream that I was very tempted to sleep with somebody that was extremely young. And it got really to the point where it was like, I can't do this. I'm sorry, I can't do this. It was like, whoa, what was that about? And when you wake up, you kind of start questioning. It was like, no. I think that these are just kind of things that just make us more certain about what we do want. So I've made mention a couple of times, it's like, don't allow this to trigger you. If it triggers you, then it triggers you. You know, there's some truth in it, and it's to work out, it's getting a deeper understanding about how we work and what really goes on. What really goes on. Okay, so the dream. Oh, I want to say maybe it was just a wet dream. I don't know. Shifting universe. Shifting universe is the dream. The taste and touch of you within, thoughts linger on a sweet caress. You come to me, no sounds distract, the night's embrace of innocence. The artist's brush across my lips, the palette rich in colours deep, to flow with feelings now renewed, and blend as one in breath and hue. Entwined our bodies bathe in love, and weep with longing's slow release. Emotion's song and soft refrain awaken dreams that never cease. So it may be a guilt. It may be a guilt. Anyway, who knows? Who knows? Let's get an enchanted map. Rock bottom. That's exactly where the divine masculines are, okay? You're at rock bottom and not really sure what to do. You might have loads of things going on in your mind. You may be doing loads of things in the physical. Who knows? Only you know. Let's just read this card. Surrender and acceptance are the keys to freedom. As difficult as it may be to accept, hey, you found a way, didn't you? It's because I'm wearing black. As difficult as it may be to accept, it seems that you've reached a point where you can go no further in the same manner in which you've been doing things. Perhaps you've hit a proverbial, I can't speak, can't say that word. Perhaps you've hit a proverbial brick wall or experienced a deep sense of loss and don't know where to turn. The old way of doing things must be discarded fully in order to move onwards and upwards. A new direction and a new strategy are called for. The only way out is through surrender. Accept things as they are and admit that you have no idea what to do next. If you wait in that heartfelt moment of release, then a stairway will appear like magic, and all manner of synchronicities will show you the way to higher ground. The rock bottom card is a sign that a miracle is about to occur, but only if you let go completely. Okay. So you can't carry on doing things the same way that you've been doing it. What else did I pick up on here? Oh, the synchronicities. They could be driving you insane. You might be quite confused about them. And a lot of synchronicities are coming in. Sorry, I've got Lily's kind of hair over me. The synchronicities as well that are coming in, you might be quite confused because it might be actually names of different boyfriends and lovers that you've had. So it's kind of like I said, it's a testing of who really actually, you know, is soul satisfying for you to be around and to spend your life with, and kind of ticks, I want to say, all of your boxes. And you tick theirs. Okay, so let's get, what was I going to get? I'm not going to pull an Oracle of Shadows and Light. I'm going to end with a Rumi message. But the synchronicities might be quite confusing at the moment because, especially for the Divine Feminines, I know that for sure. But there's definitely lots of syncs, and I'll call them spooky because that's how you masculines kind of go, whoa, that's spooky, or things that are you're looking at as being coincidences, not so much that they're meant to coincide. Okay, so look for the signs and the synchronizations, and pay attention to your thoughts. Let's get a Rumi message. Beyond Death, Life. Card number 1. Excuse me. It was the birthing of new life. The burping. Okay, let's read this. Footprints lead to the shore of the sea. Beyond that point, no trace remains. I feel like you can kind of just erase, that's death, isn't it? When you just leave it in the past. That clean slate. Okay. I am calling to you. Can you hear me? Listen. Within your heart, there I speak. My voice rings true. You are urged beyond what has been. The time has come. Late to rest now. This ending comes as grace to free you from all that you have known, for what you have known is now too small for your soul. Bear your uncertainty with equanimity. I am certain enough for both of us. Allow me to show you the light that you are, that burns within you, blazing angel of heavenly purity. I will unveil you to yourself, undressing your ego, casting aside its layers, as tender as a lover. I feel this is the feminine that's going to be coming in to the masculine's life, okay, to help really reveal. Helping him cast his ego aside. You shall know yourself, sorry, I'm going to go back to that. Undressing your ego, casting aside its layers, as tender as a lover. With unwavering attention upon the sacred body of light. You shall know yourself in truth, as pure beyond all experience, untainted, ever innocent. As a pure vessel stripped bare, ready for the divine revelation. As light, as life, as love. The soul craves variety because it leads to wholeness, and wholeness leads to divine revelation. The purpose of the soul incarnating in this world, in the first place, is to realise its divinity through the sacred crucible of life. The older the soul, the closer it is to the realisation of divine oneness, and the more powerful its determination to shed that which would constrain complete and conscious immersion into the divine presence. So here you are, an old soul at the edge of something you have known, at the cusp of an ending and a beginning. Perhaps you are already in surrender and falling in, or perhaps you are fearful and resisting as you greet your unknown destiny. Yet this moment is happening because your own divine soul has chosen for it to be this way, so that love may grow. There is no punishment in this ending. Nor is there anything to fear. There may be pain, there may be grief and loss. There may be uncertainty and even insecurity. Yet you have a heart big enough to bear such growing pains. Your heart is even big enough to receive the joy that is lying in wait for you as you stumble across her in the course of your clumsy, inspired travails into new life. You can scoop her up in your arms and spin her wildly about as she delights in your embrace, throwing her head back and laughing her vibrant, contagious laughter, filling you with exquisite ecstasy. No, darling. Yes, you shall know the truth, the knowledge that the divine is with you, guiding every unfolding moment of your life journey. Sorry, Lily, but no. I don't know why you're so persistent. Okay, let me find where I was, guys. You can scoop her up in your arms and spin her wildly about as she delights in your embrace, throwing her head back and laughing her vibrant, contagious laughter, filling you with exquisite ecstasy. Yes, you shall know the truth, the knowledge that the divine is with you, guiding every unfolding moment of your life journey. No matter how dark it may first appear, the divine is with you in unflinching generosity, with compassion and with fierce passion for your blossoming into all that you are and all that you can be. So what must you do to receive this divine grace, this new life? You must be willing to face death. It may be that death has come to you in the form of loss of a beloved one, a physical loss that takes you into the darkest despair or depths of your grieving heart. It may be death that comes to you in the ending of a financial or professional situation you once relied upon. It could also be in the sense that you don't really know who you are anymore. Old identities having shown themselves to be inaccurate, mere ego masks, too small for the great being that you are starting to suspect you may be. Your death may be a choice to let go, to take a step in a new direction, to move house, to end a relationship, to change career, or to step away from a religious or philosophical tradition, or a group or teacher. Your death may not feel as though it has come by choice at all. It may be a sickness that leaves you feeling helpless, a relationship or other life circumstance changing when you wish with all your heart that it would not. Your transition through this death may be triggered by an inner feeling that you cannot quite pin down. Nonetheless, it powerfully propels you away from what has been towards untapped possibilities, perhaps even towards great confusion as you encounter life in a new way, feeling even somewhat unprepared and uncertain as to what may lie ahead of you now. How do you deal with this grace? Hidden through it, may first, hidden though it may, let's just start this bit again. How do you deal with this grace? Hidden though it may at first appear to be under the cloak of crisis, it is up to you. You have enough spiritual intelligence to shift perspective and to choose, if you wish, to rest your inner gaze upon what lies beyond the death. Gaze instead upon the new life that is calling you. When you know deep within that no matter what experiences you have had in your life, that you are untainted, you will be more easily able to trust in the love the divine has for you. You won't question your worthiness, and therefore you will trust in life more easily and more fully, no matter how much it asks of you at times. The divine is a relentless lover. It wants nothing less than your total being to be held in its embrace. Sometimes that means we will have to give up lesser loves for the greater lover, the divine one that calls us to remember our true nature. You are a beautiful blazing soul having a human experience that defies explanation and opens you up to divinity. That is what is happening in your life now, whether the death is obvious and painful to you, or whether you are uncertain as to how it is yet showing up in your life. Either way, there is an ending, imminent, and new life coming to you, with greater opportunity for your radiant soul to shine its beauty in the world. Grasp it eagerly, beloved. Now is not the time for fear or hesitation. Focus on what is becoming, whilst honouring what is no longer to be. Okay, here's a sacred honouring ritual. Place your hands on your heart and say the following aloud. Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, I call upon your loving grace. Please help me release what I no longer need, what is too small for my great light. Help me recognise the purity of my own being so that I can more easily trust in the divine love calling to me, like an insistent lover in every moment. I breathe in your compassionate grace now. Thank you, my beloved. Keeping your hands resting on your heart at the centre of your chest, simply breathe in and out, gently and easily. Focus on the feeling of your hands on your chest. Do this for as long as feels good for you. When you are finished, open your eyes and you have finished your honouring ritual. Just feel like I want to leave you just on some guidance cards. Should we bring some unicorns are a big talk of the town, so let's bring some unicorns into it and see what their guidance is. Let go of stress. Don't take on other people's stress. Breathe it out now. That's very much the energy the divine feminine is feeling, is actually she doesn't want to take on other people's stress. It's nothing to do with her, really. And she's actually taken on a lot of the masculine's energy. It's kind of being put upon her. She can feel a lot of it. So let's have a look at this let go of stress. I spoke again in the week about being conscious that your counterpart feels you. So your body has become tense because the people around you are wound up too tight. That this has made you think that you're the one who's stressed, when it's really them. Stress has had some bad effects on you, such as making you feel angry or sad. You may have also had some trouble sleeping. Take the message, Divine Masculine, please. Thank you. Now is the time to do something about this. Stress can worsen things, so it's important to let it go. Breathe in a deep gulp of air and think about all the things that make you feel stressed. Then blow these things out and the angels and unicorns will take them to heaven where everything is fixed. Stretch your arms and legs so that your body lets go of stress too. Now think of something that makes you feel happy. You can also talk to a friend, a pet, or your angels and unicorns. You don't have to feel stress, anger, or sadness. You have the power to choose your thoughts and feelings. The unicorns hope that you'll choose to feel happy right now. Okay, let's get one more. It's picking up too much about it being like a dream or thoughts maybe. Exercise. It's definitely about moving your body now, okay? It spoke about kind of stretching out your, I won't say your body parts. It's about just movement. Run, walk, sorry. Run, walk, swim, or otherwise move your body, and this will give you more energy and happiness. The Emperor's just sitting there on his throne. And this heat won't help. It'll make you feel extremely tired. So exercise helps you breathe air deeply, which makes your body feel alive and awake. Breathing air so deeply can also spark new ideas and answers to your questions. This card asks you to exercise more often and to take your life to a higher level. Sometimes you may not feel like exercising because you're bored, tired, or busy. Yet even just a little activity can make you feel much better than you did before. It's worth the time and trouble to exercise because afterwards you'll have more energy to play or get your chores and other work done. Exercise helps you sleep better, which improves your outlook and moods. Plus, it's the best way to deal with stress. After you're done exercising, you'll forget about any troubles or you'll have answers to help you deal with them. Exercise is more fun with a friend or family member. Or you can take your dog or friends on a long walk or run. Do something physical every day and you'll thank yourself for it. Okay. Even if you just try and stretch every part of your body and rotate it and move it around if you can. So let's get one more. Speaks again about, you know, spending time with friends. It's more fun to do something with a friend. And best friends. True friends stick together no matter what. Yeah, no matter what. I only had the conversation the other day with one of my masculine best friends, and we were actually speaking about, you know, if a divine masculine came into my life and I was to choose and, you know, and be told that I wouldn't be able to be best friends with this person anymore, my divine masculine would be shown the door. So best friends, even though your divine masculine will be your best friend, there are others as well whose friendships you value. They're in an important kind of part of the process. Okay, so best friends. This card says that you need to spend time with a friend. Perhaps you had a fight with your buddy, or one of you needs some extra attention. Take some time today to contact this person and share your feelings with each other. The time that you share is a big gift to both of you. It also helps you become even closer. Sometimes you might feel alone in the world. At these times, remember that you always have the angels with you. Ask them to help you with your friendships. The angels can bring new people into your life whom you really like. The unicorns can also help you feel happy whenever you're sad or alone. All you need to do is think about the angels and they'll help you right away. We all need friends, and spending time with them is the way that people become our best friends. So reach out to people you like today. Talk about your feelings, play games, laugh, take a walk, eat lunch together, or just sit and watch the clouds go by. No matter what you do, it's better to do it with your best friend. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. Okay, I hope this reading, I was on for quite a while, I hope this reading has kind of helped. It's what the energy is. I thought it come in kind of perfectly. Okay, I'm looking forward to doing the Divine Feminines reading. That's going to be a second video for that. I'm not going to be doing it just yet. I need to go and have a bit of a break, clear this energy, and I'll be back. So take care, guys. Much love to you. Bye for now.